Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah.
Jai Baba, Jimmy. Jimmy Khan, Jai Baba.
Yeah, Jai Baba Sam. Jai Baba.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
And we'll need to talk tonight, if I may call you up. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Until it's time.
Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Welcome everyone for the Thursday Babaful evening. Janice requesting you to kindly do the prayers.
Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Beloved God, help us all to love you more and more, and more and more, and still yet more, till we become worthy of union with you. And help us all to hold fast to Baba's daman till the very end. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Janice. Welcome. Yeah. A very good evening to everyone on the Thursday Baba evening program. Firstly, we invite our beloved Meher Baba to take over this meeting with his love, his blessings, so that each member who is online on the Zoom platform, on the Facebook platform, or whenever they see it, each moment of this hour, they feel the presence, the love, and the transcendence of our beloved Meher Baba. So today on our program, we have with us Mazreen Irani. Mazreen is a young Baba lover who is a scriptwriter by profession, a peppy girl who is eager to come into the fold to share her experiences with us, who has worked very hard and without any glitches has always agreed to whatever has been proposed to her. And today she will be sharing with us her journey with beloved Meher Baba, her experiences, and more so, she has agreed to also entertain beloved Baba and us with her beautiful melodious voice by singing for all of us. Thank you very much, Mazreen. Over to you to initiate with your sharing at the initial stage of this session. Thank you.
Thank you. Jai Meher Baba. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Um, so I would like to thank Baba firstly for giving me this opportunity to share my truth, my journey with all of y'all with complete honesty. So thank you, Baba, for that. And now please guide this entire uh, session for me. So before I jump straight to how I was called by Meher Baba, I would like to share the actual truth without whom this whole thing would not have started, which is Baba Sai. So I had just been married. My life was lovely. Everything was good. I had a new job. I had new friends. Everything was sorted. But there was this unrest in my heart. And I didn't know what to do with it because there is no actual cause for that kind of unrest in my heart. So I came across a friend who was joining these meditation groups. I joined those meditation groups. The idea was to go in different churches, temples, mosques, and just meditate. In the sense, you focus on your breath going in and out. This I did and I loved it. So every day after work, I would wait to come back home, take my bath, do my Sadra Kasti prayers that I had never done in my life, only during Navjot probably, and then sit and meditate looking at Sai Baba's photo. How Sai Baba came into the picture is because around that same time, I had started reading this book called The Fakir by Rusbe Bharucha. So it is this book and Sai Baba and meditation and all of it mixed that got me into spirituality per se.
May I interrupt for a minute?
Yes.
This Rusbe Barucha has come out with another book in which he has enumerated all the different people's experiences with Meher Baba. Nitima, the opening batsman is yours truly, Sam Patel also.
Yes.
If you get a chance to get hold of that book, I highly recommend all of us to read that book. Thank you.
So that was the entry of Baba Sai in my life. And we can never forget our first love. So I have to mention him. Then you in Dukh, Dard, Pida. And I don't know what to do. And I am by myself and I want to leave the situation that I find myself in for a while out of self respect. Now, Shirdi is too crowded for me to go by myself, especially when I have not really stepped out by myself on a solo journey. Around that same time, I come across a blog again by Ruspe Bharucha on Mehra. The title being Mehra, Be Brave. I read the blog. The focal point is, of course, Mehra. And through Mehra, I come to know of Meher Baba. I go on Google and I find myself on the Trust website where there are these different topics listed: religion, marriage, sex, etc., where they have compiled of all of Baba's messages. So I read those messages and I feel like I am reading things shared by Baba Sai. So that was my first connect with Meher Baba, where I felt safe reading whatever he had to say. I resonated with it. Then I got to know about Meherabad. And through talking to somebody online, somebody suggested that it is a very nice place. There is a samadhi, his samadhi over there. There is no schedule like 8 to 9 o'clock meditation, 9 to 10 book reading, nothing of that sort. And people usually leave you alone. You're on your own and it's not that crowded. So that works best for me. So I called up the reception at MPR and said, I want to come. My dates are 25th February to 28th February. She says, I'm sorry, but 25th February is Meher Baba's birthday and it is completely packed, but you can come on 26th Feb. So I was like, theek hai. So I had to write that email and do all those, follow the protocols. And I find myself there. I take along a driver on hire with the car and I head straight first to the Samadhi. Once I reach the Samadhi, my heart is going dhak dhak dhak. Now I understand, I know the difference between anxiety wala dhak dhak dhak, nervousness wala dhak dhak dhak, but this is another level of my heart pounding so hard that I feel it is going to pop out of my body now anytime. I'm shaking. I bow at the Samadhi, gather myself, enter the car, and go now to Hostel D, where I need to first sort out my driver's accommodation. There I meet Mr. Gokhale uncle. I believe he has passed away. Uh, but Mr. Gokhale uncle helped me register my driver. And then, I don't know, maybe he could see it on my face, but he said there is this cabin. Sorry, I cannot recollect what the name of that cabin is, but it's a small, in Lower Mehrabad, it's a small hut with Baba's big painting in it. So he told me, I go here, I talk to him. Whatever is bothering me, I just sit there and talk to him. So why don't you try that? I was like, this is lovely. I went and I cried and cried and cried and put forth my heart to him. And I believe since that day, my first visit in 2015, till today and till eternity, he will always be my constant companion. And that is how I came in touch with Meher Baba.
Very beautiful. Very touching also to know.
And the best part was in Samadhi, I saw a little, in those bricks when there are textures, you can see certain faces, like how people see Baba's face in the clouds and Baba's face in the stones. I could see Sai Baba inside the Samadhi of Meher Baba, which made me feel even more at home.
Beautiful.
Mazreen, you are referring to Rauri cabin.
Yes, Rauli
Rauri.
Kevin. Thank you.
So then can you proceed after you registered and you went from the cabin? Then what was your feeling and the progress ahead on your trip at Meherabad?
My trip at Meherabad there was very nice because Baba's birthday was, they just celebrated Baba's birthday a day before. So I think there were a lot of concerts and plays that I got to witness. Then I would read about him. And the day when I had to leave for home, that day, early morning, it rained. And I'm thinking, oh no, now how am I going to go to the Samadhi? Because you're not expecting rain in February. So, but we managed. There were 4, 5 other ladies with me, and we went to the Samadhi. And there again, I'm crying. And another lady comes to me and she's like, why you're crying? Y'all are so close by. Y'all are only 5 hours away. We have to come from another country. And in my mind, I'm thinking, how do I tell you I'm crying? Because I have to go back from where I've come. So, yes, people talk about this honeymoon phase with Baba. I, of course, there was a honeymoon phase, but my honeymoon phase was going on at the same time where I was getting solid thrashings from life. So it was very paradoxical in that way, you're happy and sad and you're blissful and depressed at the same time, which can itself turn you little cuckoo in the head. But yes, that is how it was, very confusing. But yeah, so then, of course, once you come back, you read more, you start singing out of the blue. Like, I'm not so much into, religion. So I don't know many bhajans and kirtans, but I know songs, whether they're English or Hindi. So whenever I would hear any song, all of them, the lyrics, at that time, I understood what lyrics really are when they are put in proper context, especially love songs. We listen to songs, okay, but when a beloved actually comes into your life and then you listen to a song, those lyrics really touch you deep. So I would sing, and I continued to do my prayers. I continued to do my meditation, but over time it declined for many reasons. But my connection was not dependent on those things. My connection was not dependent on my Kasti Sadra. My connection with him was not dependent on meditation. It was just dependent on Baba's presence. And probably at that time, I had withdrawn a lot for many years. Um, Like, I'm not anyways a person who will pick up the phone and chat up with somebody and share their problems. That I'm not wired in that way. And on top of that, I had withdrawn. So I was like a complete loner at that time. So the only person I would talk to day and night was Meher Baba. Or maybe he, it's different for everybody. For some people, he communicates through intuition. For some people, he communicates through, I don't know, visuals. But for me, it was through conversation mode. Maybe because he must have seen this poor thing needs to talk, and there is nobody around her who she finds comfort in talking. Not that my family was not there, but I don't share my problems. I didn't want to bother my mom. They have their own life, they have their own stress. I didn't want to add to that. But he came exactly at the right time, as orchestrated by him, because in life, whatever we go through, it is for sure initiated by us only. That is what I think even Rusbe Barucha says. And even I have firm belief in that. What goes around eventually comes around, and you have to live through it. But he like played the role of Jesus Christ, the real savior, a proper savior in the proper sense of the word. And one more thing, in I had come to Mehrabad for the first time in 2015, but around 2013 I had this very intense dream, which at that time, I, of course, I remember it very clearly because it was very intense and very vivid. But if you see a person with long hair in a white robe with a red shawl or a drape, who do you think of? You will think of Jesus Christ because that's his typical image. But in my dream, when I saw, which I realized later it was Jesus Christ, when I saw him in my dream, it did not strike me for 2 years that it was Jesus Christ who I saw in my dream. I just felt like this is an old friend or an old lover who I am seeing in my dream. He was sitting on a bench looking very sad, very sad. And I am asking myself, is it him? Is it him? But not as Jesus Christ, not as God, not as the ancient one, as my old friend or old lover that I know. And then in my dream, I am summoned in some castle where a very angry old man is waiting for me. He has knocked something on my foot or on my knees, and now I find myself on my knees and I am being made to drink poison. And I am wailing, I'm crying. And I look to my left and I see Jesus Christ running towards me, putting his hand like this. And that's it. That's my dream. And I remembered it. I didn't realize it was Jesus Christ until I came to Meherabad. And I don't know, instantly, somewhere around the Samadhi, not in the Samadhi or somewhere around the Samadhi, it struck me my dream was that person in my dream. And so yeah, it started maybe many years back, but I came to Baba in 2015, and my situations also were such that I was actually going through that dream in real life. Nobody is actually poisoning me or bashing me, but very metaphorically I was going through the same thing. And around that same time, he has done his grand hero entry in my life. So that then, of course, now it's our relationship is, he's like my best friend, he's like my constant companion, and that he has never failed at, ever. If he says constant companion, he takes that very seriously. And we may not be able to live up to our promises and our words, we will be constantly failing, but he never fails at those things. Even as I said, a lot of conversations. Anything in my heart that is there, Baba, what I'll wear, tomorrow I have to go here, what I'll do, this, that, everything is discussed. At least in my mind, it is discussed. So one night or day, I don't know, but I was taking a nap almost just before falling asleep. And this question came to my mind: what is surrender? So I'm like, oh, surrender means surrendering ego, surrendering mind, whatever you can think of at that time, whatever you think you know. So, okay, surrender ego, surrender mind. But how? How do you surrender? And I had no answer to that. I till today, if you ask me, I don't know how do you surrender? But this is what I understood, that at least for me, this was shared with me for me to practice in my life, which one job has been given to me, and that is to surrender ownership. When we talk about ownership, it is about me, my family, my health, my work, me, I, everything. My thoughts, my feelings, my work, my art, my singing, my is ownership. And I was asked to surrender ownership, which, if you think about it, is it's it's next to impossible. If I am being honest, it is next to impossible because we are so deeply ingrained with ourselves. But this things came out very clearly. He is the thinker, he is the feeler, he is the speaker, and he is the doer. These four things I received in whatever format, in whatever medium, I received this instant message that this is what I need to follow, which till today I try my best to practice. But as usual, I'm going to fail, but I'm going to keep trying. But that is one thing Baba clearly said about surrendering ownership. And another thing that I learned is, mm, like a diagram, like a circle, and arrows going in all different directions. The advice given to me was always be in the center of the circle. Because if you're on this arrow and I want to take you in this side arrow, it becomes very difficult for me. But when you're in the circle, you want to go this side, this, there, anywhere, it becomes easier. So these are few things that I have learned through my companionship, through my relationship with Baba. And then I got into painting. I am not a painter. I don't know anything about painting. Sorry, you want to say something?
Yes, about this surrender,
Haji.
we have a guy at our center called Cyrus Kambata. I don't know if you know him. He's come out with a very simple meaning for surrender. This is his own, you may call it concoction or his own this thing. Sar andar. Yani, you put your head at his feet. Sar andar. Surrender. Once you do that, he takes over. And life becomes easier, more beautiful, or whatever. More difficult also at times, but that's the way it is. Okay?
Yeah. True, I agree with that. But with Baba, there's no escapism. Nowadays people get, this is what is my opinion. People, of course, we are humans, we are fed up with life, we have 10,000 problems, and spirituality is sometimes used as an escape mechanism. People want to escape their problems. But with Baba, I have realized that even though I have this constant companionship and this relationship of a best friend, I am not allowed to escape my heavy emotions, especially those things that we don't want to face. Like if I'm wounded, I'm hurt deeply in my heart. As a naive fool, what I would do is, because my master is full of love and compassion, so I am also very compassionate. I will practice that. So from wound, from a hurt, I would straight jump to forgiveness and compassion. And it is through being with him that he has dragged me back to starting point and made me go through each step of the process, which is anger, frustration, all of these negative emotions that as a spiritual person, I should not be indulging in. But he has made me acknowledge these different emotions. You don't jump line, you go through the process. So there was a time I was so fed up with the constant arguments in my head, and I'm repeating the same thing. My head, my thoughts are repeating the same argument, not even a new argument. It's the same thing. So I went to Mehrabad, MPR. You know, there are Baba's photos on top of our beds. I have the habit of putting my head on the opposite side so I can see his photo, because that Samne wala photo then becomes too far. This is little close up. So I'm looking at him and those thoughts are increasing. I came there with the hopes that the thoughts, negativity will diminish. But they increased in intensity, and I'm looking at him and I'm saying, what is this? What is going on? Of course, I didn't get any reply. We don't get any reply when we want to get a reply. But this is what I understood, that I was trying to escape. How do you forgive? What am I forgiving them? If I'm not going through my hurt, anger, frustration, what am I forgiving? If I'm going through this, I'm acknowledging it deeply. Then I can reach somewhere to the sea of compassion, to the F of forgiveness. You cannot just jump straight. So with him, that much I have learned. There's no escaping. Like these days also, I am stressed. I have stress in my life. And when we talk about desires, I tried that also technique. Surrender desires. But they come back to me. Desires have not been surrendered. So then what do? I started acknowledging my desires. Baba, I want to earn enough money to have emergency fund, to have good savings, to be able to invest, to be able to travel, to be do this, do that. I shared with all my desires with him. And then I leave it at that. So there were times when I was very stressed about work, about something. Maybe somebody is bothering me, or I can't get rid of negative thoughts towards somebody. So, there's this Baba's beautiful photo. He's a little old and he's giving a gorgeous smile, and Nietzsche it's written, don't worry, be happy. Now, one day I'm writing something in my book and I just look up and my eyes go in exactly this order. Don't be happy, worry. So I skipped worry. I went to don't be happy, and my eyes came back to worry. And I understood the message. I was like, no, okay, I'm probably worrying too much. So this is how it is. But there's no, if Baba is all love and light, what I have understood through my experience is he also works through a lot of darkness and a lot of chaos and a lot of conflict. It's not just roses and fresh breeze and love. It is also the deep, dark emotions, mostly where we don't understand exactly what he's doing, but he is working.
I'll
And
add here.
sorry,
I will add something here.
yes,
Sira. Once I read one script what once Iraj uncle mentioned in an interview. He was realizing with himself after staying with many years with Baba that he never used to get angry initially. And now he was getting angry. He was having a lot of short temper. And he was seeing a lot of changes in himself. So he was wondering to himself this and thinking. So Baba asked him, like, what are you thinking? And he just tried to talify and say, nothing, Baba, nothing. Kai nahi, kai nahi. But one fine day, he did mention that, previously I was never getting angry. I was never doing this, but now I am. So Baba gave a very beautiful answer. He said, to my lovers, I grind my lovers like the sugarcane. So the way the sugarcane goes into the machine, he grinds. So when it goes into the machine, all this comes out. All right, when we are getting grinded. But ultimately, what is the end result is the sweet sugar cane. So what you are saying Very true. We will never be able to escape. And we should pray that we never escape. But as we go through, ultimately, he has promised and he has said that the end is very beautiful. And we have to go through this in order to come out of it. That's why he says it is only through Maya that you will come out of Maya. So that's on your explanation.
Wow, thank you for sharing this. I didn't know that. We are being grinded. It's good to have some clarity.
Just one more thing I want to share. Ah, you are a true Irun. Ask me why.
Bye.
You slept in a bed with your legs facing Baba. You're the second person that I know of. The first one was a Baba's disciple called Aloba. I don't know if you've heard of him. He was from Iran. He used to take me by my hand and uh, take me to his cabin where his living quarters, And he said, Sam Patel, देखो, Baba हम सामने रखता है, हम पीछे नहीं रखता है. So that when I go to sleep, I see Baba. And I found that very profound, you see. Because it doesn't matter in the ordinary world, people say, कि नहीं, this is disrespectful and this and that. But when you are connected with him from your heart, everything else just doesn't matter. And therefore, I was very touched when you said this. The second thing, if I may, I'm nobody to give advice or, in fact, I feel that when I was your age, I was a total yo-yo, I had no akal of anything. Whereas you are 1,000 steps ahead of me in that respect. But the thing about forgiveness is that comparatively, it is easier to forgive than to forget. Samaj Paresh, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, yes, yes.
I may verbally say, okay, Mazreen, I forgive you. That's okay. But the minute I'm left alone, Are, इस साली ने ऐसा किया, now I must fix her, this, that, you know. So what Baba wants us to do is, when we do this prayer of repentance, he wants us to admit all our shortcomings, ask for his forgiveness, and after that, let us not mull over it ever again. Because with Baba, there is nothing that he cannot forgive. The same way, you also try and forgive somebody whosoever has harmed you. But more important is, after having forgiven that person, to forget about it. Because that goddamn thing sitting in your head keeps multiplying. And it is easier to take out all the other rubbish, but these things are very, very deeply embedded in our mind. So to forget is equally important, according to me, equally important forgiving. Forgive and then forget. See, Mazreen, when we do this kind of chats, we get to learn. I get to learn so much from you. You probably get to learn a little bit from a Buddhu like me. That sort of thing goes on. So we are so very fortunate. So very fortunate to be in his fold, whereby he gives us these opportunities to think and mull over all our problems, etc., etc., etc. Now, I would request you to talk something about, you mentioned about you traveling by bus, Jimmy Khan's bus once from the Bombay Center. So if you have something to share about that or anything else that comes to your mind, I'm just
That
open about it.
that time I was going through a proper separation. So it was nice to be there, but it was also very heavy time. Like now I'm very light and happy, but that time I was really, really very down. Uh, I wanted to share, I forgot.
You mentioned in the beginning that you had a honeymoon phase. If you have some instances of that, if you want to share with beloved Baba.
Like, thank you. So, I had read about this. Baba asked Eric something, and I think to move with him or something like that. I'm not sure. And his instant reply was, by your grace, anything is possible. So that is Eric. And that probably came very naturally. What I realized through my experiences, we know what is good answer, what is right answer, what is sounding right answer. So once now, uh, Esa, I heard a question, what do you want? So whatever you want, Baba. Okay. Then now I'm like, night, this is night time, about to fall asleep. Now in the day after tomorrow, I was supposed to attend somebody's baby shower. And now, as a woman, I'm already thinking what I will wear. In my mind, I'm making outfits. So I see Baba is opening my cupboard and he's making the most outrageous, gaudy combinations of pants and tops. Very gaudy. Half of those clothes are not even mine, huh? They're just imaginary clothes, but very gaudy combinations. And I'm like, no, because I'm in my sleep. I'm seeing it like a slideshow. I'm like, no, no, no. What is this? No, 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 no. What is this? This is so gaudy. Then he said, but you said whatever I want.
Ah.
So I'm like, oh God. Then I realized instead of giving sweet sounding answers, it is best to truly think. So if it is no Baba, I'll tell you exactly what I want. He will appreciate that more. Instead of me trying to be this mitthi mittu, saying nahi tamne je jahiye te. That I learned through this very funny example because I find it to be very hilarious. But yes, this is what I learned. So it's better to think what is the actual answer coming from us, even if it is selfish, even if it is about us, because I am really blessed that he loves me a lot. And I'm saying I am blessed is because I know this. I am fully aware of it. Baba loves everybody, but not everybody knows it. I am very blessed to know this, to be fully aware of it, that he loves me so much. But still, I have thousand, I have billions of shortcomings,
You
which,
mentioned here that are aware of that Baba's love. Okay. I will add one thing before asking you the next question, that it is the greatest gift that you are aware of his love. And now, what are the major things that make you feel that you are aware of it? Is there anything that happened in your life, or is it something from within that is coming, or how are you convinced about this awareness?
um, so when we, like when I came to Baba first time in 2015, and you read these books, you read these messages about love and compassion. And if you're stupid like me, you will try to do that. So basically, I realized in hindsight that at that time in my life, instead of drawing boundaries, instead of standing up for myself, instead of using this Irun power that is gifted to me, I was going in the direction of unconditional loving and compassion and all of that. And I think, in a sense, if Baba would say, he would say this, that since you have decided to play God or play a Sant Admi, I will come and I will play a human. So it is through his nudges, through intuition, through experiences, he has made me stand up for myself, which is not always a very nice thing, especially for the others. When you stand up for yourself, people may or may not take it properly, may not take it well, may not take it lying down. But this is what he taught me, how to be firm, how to be assertive, how to stand up for myself, how to speak up for myself, how to not please others so much, how to not bichao yourself like a carpet so others can walk over you and then complain कि भाई ये carpet ना थोड़ा बराबर नहीं है. He has taught me that, and that is not written anywhere. None of his messages tell you all of that. When you go online, when you read the books, these are personal learnings through personal companionship. And that is how, when I see how my life has transformed, how I have transformed, if that is not his love for me, then what is? Because I was going in the complete wrong direction. Of course, it is my naivety. So maybe he thought, ke, I bewakuf ne ja, I better go and help her. Otherwise, she is doomed. So there were instances where I was being forced to take a credit card, which I knew I was not going to be using, which I knew was going to be used and abused under my name. And I was there sitting and looking at Axis Bank credit card options because now I'm being pestered to take it. And at that instant, he said, no need to take any credit card. So this is how I have been drawing boundaries. So he made me draw boundaries. No, no, no. So a yes, yes, yes person became into no, 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 no person. And that caused me to get dumped. If that yes, yes, yes person would have continued to be yes, 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 I don't know where I would be today. It is because of his nose, nose, nose. Events turned, tables turned, situations erupted, and I was dumped. But that was for my best. My master knows what is best for me. So maybe that time I didn't know what was happening, but I was so much enamored by Meher Baba that I will do anything. I will follow whatever he's saying because I need him right now. So it is through these personal experiences. I have complete conviction if this is not love, then what is love? Love is not just telling somebody I love you 1,000 times in the day. It is his loving action. And that is how I have that I have that conviction. When my master tells me surrender ownership, I at that time, I could not make sense of it because I had many questions. What about personal accountability? If you are thinker, feeder, speaker, doer, I will do anything and say, Meher Baba did it. So there are questions. What about personal accountability? But then how conviction builds is this is something I have been told personally. But then maybe 1 year, 2 years later, I read a message where he had told Westerners, the Westerners group this, that when you do something wrong, think Baba did wrong, or Baba did this, or Baba wants, that same similar kind of sounding message. So I'm like, oh my God, this is actually being told. That is how he builds your conviction, where things happen before and then you are given some kind of proof because we are humans, we need evidence. And you get that. He gives that out of grace, out of mercy, out of love.
Thank you. Well said. You
Mm.
mentioned that you had been to Mehrabad right now for the Sahwas.
Uh-huh.
What's your experience at the Sahwas?
So, Sevas is very nice. I'm usually a very alone person. And now that Baba is in my life, I enjoy it. I enjoy being alone. Then when I'm alone with him, I feel, nahi yaar, now I'm getting lonely. Not that I don't have friends. I have a lot of friends. A lot of people know me. I know a lot of people. But that connection that you have with Baba, you'll never find it anywhere else. You'll never find it with a human being. I don't think it is possible. So then I'm getting lonely. Then when I'm out with friends or I'm out for 2, 3 days, you're involved with people, though you try your best to keep him, but then you feel like he has disappeared. So it is very confusing. But Sevas was very refreshing because now I was a part of a whole, a part of a group. Then all of us love him. We are here for the common cause, which is Meher Baba. Which was very nice, very refreshing. I joined the Hindi music workshop. So I love to sing at home alone. Here I'm now learning a new song and singing it with the group. That was fun. And the best part was the theme. The theme, I had decided to join Sevas 2 years back also, but that time, unfortunately, my granny fractured her leg, and then in a month she passed away. So I had to draw out. My granny would be very happy. How we give time. But then this year, it was this year? Sevas was this year. This year, the theme was pleasing Meher Baba. And as usual, I'm a tube light. It did not strike me. When I'm in the Sehvas with everybody, that time it struck me that exactly 2015, when you're overcome with loving emotions for him, I had taken a vow that I will always make sure to make you happy and please you. And I ended up in Sehvas where the theme was pleasing Meher Baba. But what I noticed was, Baba switches roles. I felt that Baba was pleasing us in many different ways. We try our best to please, but he also lives up to the theme, whatever the theme is. So if it is pleasing Meher Baba also is pleasing us. Yes.
I'll add here.
Has-
Yes, there was a program, Lucknow program, 100th years when Baba arrived at Lucknow. So my friend just messaged me that, hey, watch this, it's very nice. And she mentioned that some uncle is there, hear him. Okay. And I was a little in my low mood also, talking with my parents. And then I paused that. And then later I heard it. You know, he mentioned one thing, not verbatim, but what I'm recollecting. He said, two things when you come to my samadhi. I'm missing the first thing. First, when you bow down, something related to surrendering. But this I remember well. He said, you pray that you love me always, as in we should love him. And he said, supposing you forget to love me, I will come to you and I will love you and make you love me. So, when we are talking about pleasing Baba, he will ensure that there are different ways we come out and we please him. And even if we escape a little, like when you said you go out with your friends or you are into your work, he will ensure in some or the other way that you do come back and please him in whatever way he will give.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
There is one quote of Baba which, to me, it's like entire Bible kind of thing. The quote is, once you become mine, Baba is saying this, once you become mine, I dare not, care not. It is such a beautiful quote or his saying, K, and it's been proven 200%, 1,000 times over. You know, K, if you take him along in your life, he will always be around to pull you out of the pitfalls that we have at times, you see. And at this late stage of my life, I've just learned very late, I must say, but better late than never, ke evanna jevu nobody else. Nobody else. Nobody else. You may have best of your friends, you may have your parents, you may have your children, you may have this, you may have that. Someday or the other, they all have to leave you and go. Either the relations break up or they pass over, or he is the only one who will never ever leave us. Never ever. You know, Apri prayer that we do, that short prayer, beloved God, help us all. Tema, the last sentences, until the very end. You remember that prayer? Help us all to love you more and more and more and more and still yet more until we become worthy of union with you. And help us all to hold fast to Baba's Daman until the very end. What is the meaning of that word? Until the very end. What does it mean?
Eternally.
Ah, not just this life,
No.
just this life. Until you merge in him, he will protect us and keep us in his fold until we merge in him. That is his beauty. I could, anyway, it's not for me to talk so much. It is your program. So I don't want to chorify your time. Go ahead.
Shared time, shared time.
Okay, now that you mentioned the word share, so now do share some music with us also that you had promised in the beginning. Yes.
Uh, um,
You know, this habit of yours, I just want to say very briefly, my father had this habit. And about the songs and narrating it to, relating it to the,
ah,
you know, ne even वैसे ही न रटते था. You know, when he was a very emotional person by nature. And whenever there'd be some song on love and all that. So I was young and stupid at that time. So I used to laugh at him. Okay, Daddy, what is this? Jara jara ma radio samjhi ne rari paro tame. That's when he told me, "Ke someday when you reach that level of maturity where you relate this love song to Baba as your beloved, then automatically these emotions play up." And his theory was that when tears roll out of your eyes, it is the cleansing of your heart. Anyway, now let us hear you sing.
And thank you for sharing that.
It's a wonderful thing to do. Wonderful thing to do.
So, one was this. If we have all heard this song, it's this little guiding light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. So, but the words are little changed, keeping Meher Baba in mind. Okay.
Yes.
So it starts like this. Ting 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 ting. This little guiding light of mine, I'm gonna let him shine. This little guiding light of mine, I'm going to let him shine. This little guiding light of mine, I'm going to let him shine. Let him shine all the time, let him shine. Never gonna shush my little guide out. I'm going to let him shine. Let him take me around his world. I'm going to let him shine. Bury him under my fears. No, I'm going to let him shine. Let him shine all the time. Let him shine. Sweet and small.
Very well sung. Round of applause.
Thank you.
Yes.
And there's this another one Hindi song
Sure,
that I sing sometimes at the Samadhi also to Baba. So I'll sing that.
sure.
दहलीज पे मेरे दिल की जो रखे है तूने कदम तेरे नाम पे मेरी जिंदगी लिख दी मेरे हमदम हाँ सीखा मैंने जीना जीना कैसे जीना हाँ सीखा मैंने जीना मेरे हमदम ना सीखा कभी जीना जीना कैसे जीना ना सीखा जीना तेरे बिना हमदम में है में है में है बाबा सच्ची सी है ये तारीफें दिल से जो मैंने करी है जो तू मिला तो सजी है दुनिया मेरी हमदम हो आसमां मिला जमीन को मेरी आधे आधे पूरे हैं हम तेरे नाम पे मेरी जिंदगी लिख दी मेरे हमदम हाँ सीखा मैंने जीना जीना कैसे जीना हाँ सीखा मैंने जीना मेरे हमदम ना सीखा कभी जीना जीना कैसे जीना ना सीखा जीना तेरे बिना हमदम में है में है में है बाबा
Jai Baba.
जय बाबा.
Very beautiful one.
Yes, I really like this song.
Do you know who has written this?
No.
Even I don't know. But the thing is, a long time back, we used to have an old man at the center here. He lives in Australia, so he would visit us once in a while. And he had this beautiful theory that all these love songs that were written, the lyrics written by the famous Sai Ludhianvi and this and that and all, he was of the firm conviction that these people are on the spiritual path anyway. Because unless you are on that track, these things won't come to you. And you being in the creative industry work, you probably know more than any of us how important it is to get that inspiration from within. And when you get inspired by him and the words they pour out, eh, it it can never be compared to anything that the common parlance में जो भी होता है, we will never understand that. I don't know if I'm making myself clear, but that's the way it is.
You know, I would be hearing the morning samadhis, and today the mystery is solved that I was wondering who is singing this Jeena Jeena. You know, out of all the bhajans, when this song comes, at least for us, our ears pop up. So today, mystery solved,
Okay.
but very beautifully sung.
Thank you.
I think you had some things to share with us, some images you were wanting to share.
Yes. So then you need some outlet to let your emotions flow, to be able to express. So I just started, I would just start putting paint on a canvas, and wherever there is texture, I'll I I need texture for that. So when there is some kind of texture, I could easily see him somewhere, or I can see an image, and then I just enhance it. But the image is already there. So if you show me these paintings, however, they are not world best painting, but for me, in my eyes, they give me a lot of happiness, because this is like a clear indication that I have not made this painting. This painting has come about by itself. So I'll just show. Mm, share.
No, you have come to the page. You will may need to stop sharing and start sharing the picture directly. So first you begin the picture at your level and then you share via Zoom that picture directly.
I'll try again.
Sure.
Can you see it now?
No, now you have to come on the Zoom to share. It's coming. 1 minute. Yes, it's visible. The sun one.
Yes. Is it seen?
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay. I'm not seen, right?
Yeah, in a way, as in we can also see you, but the screen is seen.
Okay. Okay. So I'll just. What is this advanced sharing options? Okay, close.
You may ignore them.
So, can you see this one?
Yes.
Okay.
White and black. Yes.
So this one I really liked because Baba looks like a nice golden egg. I love his expressions. I love his eyes. I don't know if you need me to zoom in more. And then there's this 6 on top and a 9 at the bottom,
Oh.
which, like different perspectives. My 6 is your 9, and my 9 becomes your 6. So this was one. This also, I don't know if you can see your face here.
Definitely. The nose, the eye.
Yeah, this image I love. Why? It looks like one nice, beautiful mixture of Sai Baba and Meher Baba both. For whatever reason, to my eyes, it looks like that.
Okay.
Then this also I really like. This is, I don't know, the whole feel gives like he's in the samadhi.
Mm. Can you zoom this a little? Yeah.
Yes. See his beautiful smile. Now I cannot make these things. That is why this makes me happy. Because they just have to just then enhance, make the muchi darker, make the cheese brighter. That's all I have to do. But I love his beautiful face over here.
Yes.
Then there is this one also is very nice.
Yes.
Then there is this, there's lots happening over here. One is this Sai Baba.
And
Then
top it is.
here there is Meher Baba. Here there's Meher Baba with shades,
Yes.
a side profile. And there is little Ganpati ji also over here.
Correct.
So this is how I like to spend my time. This also is a part of one painting, but I could clearly see his face. He's smiling, but he's also looks like he's bleeding from his head. And this is the one who makes gardens out of burdens. So all the burdens are turned into the garden, but he here looked very burdened to me. He looked sad over here. So then I tried very much to, I don't know how to make a sad face into a smiling face now. But wo Fafa Maria, and then this little smile. So you can make out the difference. Sad, smile.
Yes.
So it is because I added this face in the butterfly. So I think this is like Mehra, and that is what is making him happier. Because in this photo, there is no face in the butterfly, it's just a butterfly. And he's looking sad. But then this little face, and he's happy.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you. This is one. This is like charcoal. I've not made this again because of this paper. Now the paper is having texture. Because of the texture, when you rub charcoal on top of it, you see things. At least I see. So this looks like Jesus's big face, and this is like his fairy or his mother who's holding him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I see. It's not necessary the other person has to see.
Yeah.
This is also very cute. Just his little cute face, very cute, big eyes, and he's glowing. And then there's a candle here, but that candle is nothing in comparison to this cute glowing face. And yes, this is like Sai Baba, and then it's like he's emerging out of him. Because I don't like this, separate. I keep praying to them, "Ki, why all this? Become one and come to me." No, because I feel very torn, sometimes. This is one where he looks very alien like. Yeah, this is how I have lived life with Bear Baba. Snake is there. This is me holding sword, and he's like, Peaches say, don't worry, don't be a beacon. And this is him looking like an alien. What else we have? This was the latest I think I did. This was after in Sehvas, even after being with Baba for 9 years, I had never attended a single dhuni. So through Sehvas, I got to attend my first dhuni. And this painting I made once I came back. So it gave me a lot of fire like feeling, but the blue of the fire, the red of the fire is also there, but I don't know, I really liked his expression in this. Yeah, and that's it. So this is how I do time pass.
No, no. I will say this is not time pass. This is investment.
Invest, I like that.
investment because there is no loss in this investment.
No.
Only increment of Baba's love and the gain.
Correct.
And everyone has a different way of expression of their love through painting, through music, through meditation, through just being with him, through just walking with him. And this was very beautiful that you were trying to show to us through these paintings.
Thank you.
Just one thing that came to my heart when you were talking all through is maybe at this stage I don't know you. I think it's just 1 hour that I know you today. But whatever it is, if you can make it in his service more often, maybe you can come to us to the center at Bombay Center as much as possible at your level, however work permits. It's very easy to say, but you stay far. I understand that. But do come, and you know, your alone space can also be here and it can work and contribute in his service. I felt that, so I'm just saying that to you. That's it. Sam uncle has to say something.
Darling, take very good care of all your paintings. Take very good care.
Most of them were my old phone, which conked off. But few, whatever I have kept.
Samalin Iraq, and if possible, write a small explanation like how you described to us. Tevi રીતે પેલું, you highlight and all that.
Haji.
So that someday, when you become a great artist, you can hold an exhibition and we can all come and say, wow, 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 nice, nice, very nice, very nice. Because
Sorry.
your love for him poured out distinctly. Different people of different caliber, different mentality, different bent of mind, whatever you call it, have their own ways of getting to him. And your love for him has poured out very beautifully through these paintings. अभी एक अच्छा गाना हो जाए. Come on.
I'll just have a sip of water.
Sure, sure.
Take 2 sips.
One recently I heard, I knew this song, it's an old song, but again, I like the lyrics very much. So, तेरे मेरे दिल का तय था एक दिन मिलना, जैसे बाहर आने पर तय है फूल का खिलना, तेरे मेरे दिल का तय था एक दिन मिलना, जैसे बाहर आने पर तय है फूल का खिलना, ओ मेरे जीवन साथी, तेरे मेरे सपने अब एक रंग है, हो जहाँ भी रे जाए राहे हम संग है.
Very well. Beautiful. People at the center are also clapping out here.
अरे thank you.
Yes. As we are coming to the end of this session, and what you mentioned in your lyrics, Tere Sang. So let us make this our prayer for today and always, that may beloved Meher Baba's presence be with us, which is always there. May we realize his presence, that would be more precise, more and more often. May we please him, I have gathered from your session today, more intensely. May we work towards him that we can make him happy, though we may be not even a size of an ant to make him happy, but still let us try that. And I can say this on behalf of everyone that more than this 1 hour, Mazreen, that you have given on this session, truly we sense Baba through your experience, through your music, through your paintings, and most importantly, through your companionship. When you said in one instance to Sam Uncle, we can share, you definitely shared your companion space that you had with us, which has multiplied in our hearts. And thanking Baba first and thanking you for giving us this experience on this Babaful Thursday with us. And may Baba bless all of us with his love and that we may be the way he wants us to be and love. Sam Uncle.
Just one thing I want to ask you. Is
Okay.
this all that you have to say, or is there still more incidents and songs that you
No, just one thing I wanted to add to what Farah just said is I always notice that he is always present with us. It is we who become absent. So then, I'm lost in thought, and then I see his photo on my phone and I remember, Arey, Baba is here. It is like that. So sometimes it is like that. So, one prayer I keep telling him is help me to keep you with me. Because I know you keep me with you or you're with me, but help me to keep you with me. Because in this whole world and in my own mind, I tend to get lost. And I know you're present, waiting for me, for it to strike me that you exist right next to me.
You know, Masreen, I was also before coming, I had a lot of things lined up. And when I was setting, and when Sam Uncle said, today you will sit here, I was a little first nervous, definitely. But I can tell you, this is Baba's way to see that that entire 1 hour, I was completely focused. My mobile is aside, and he was not absent. So true, he has his ways also to connect us to him and at what level with that intensity. So definitely his presence is always there. Anything more?
he just takes over? Simple as that. He takes over the entire session. That's it.
Yes, because I had no pointers also for today.
True. Okay. So as we come to the close of the session, we will be having prayers first, followed by the Aarti. Then we will be having 1 minute of silence where we will remember Baba, thank him, connect to him, and then we shall depart from this meeting for today, taking Baba along with us. So now we will move on for prayers. Thank you, Mazreen.
Keep smiling, Mazrin.
That's
Keep smiling. Baba always wanted us to keep smiling, no matter what, no matter what. Because he knows what you're going through in your heart of hearts. But on the face of it, he wants us to keep smiling. Jai Baba.
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय. O Parvardigar, the preserver and protector of all, you are without beginning and without end, non dual, beyond comparison, and none can measure you. You are without color, without expression, without form, and without attributes. You are unlimited and unfathomable, beyond imagination and conception, eternal and imperishable. You are indivisible, and none can see you but with eyes divine. You always were, you always are, and you always will be. You are everywhere, you are in everything, and you are also beyond everywhere and beyond everything. You are in the firmament and in the depths. You are manifest and unmanifest, on all planes and beyond all planes. You are in the three worlds and also beyond the three worlds. You are imperceptible and independent. You are the Creator, the Lord of Lords, the knower of all minds and hearts. You are omnipotent and omnipresent. You are knowledge infinite, power infinite, and bliss infinite. You are the ocean of knowledge, all knowing, infinitely knowing, the knower of the past, the present, and the future. And you are knowledge itself. You are all merciful and eternally benevolent. You are the soul of souls, the one with infinite attributes. You are the Trinity of truth, knowledge, and bliss. You are the source of truth, the ocean of love. You are the ancient one, the highest of the high. You are Prabhu and Parmeshwar. You are the beyond God and the beyond God also. You are Parabrahma, Allah, Elahi, Yazdan, Aura Master, and God the Beloved. You are named Izzat, the only one worthy of worship.
We repent, O God most merciful, for all our sins, for every thought that was false or unjust or unclean, for every word spoken that ought not to have been spoken, and for every deed done that ought not to have been done. We repent for every deed and word and thought inspired by selfishness, and for every deed and word and thought inspired by hatred. We repent most specially for every lustful thought and every lustful action, for every lie, for all hypocrisy, for every promise given but not fulfilled, and for all slander and backbiting. Most specially also, we repent for every action that has brought ruin to others, for every word and deed that has given others pain, and for every wish that pain should befall on others. In your unbounded mercy, we ask you to forgive us, O God, for all these sins committed by us, and to forgive us for our constant failures to think and speak and act according to your will. Amen. Beloved God, help us all to love you more and more, and more and more, and still yet more, till we become worthy of union with you. And help us all to hold fast to Baba's Daman till the very end. Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai.
बुझावे नार जहलत नी कर खुद रत्ने फरमा तू छलागी आश भक्तों ने की बख्शे नूरे मातू अयामुर शाद मेहर बाबा चरण पर तुझ न धरिए सर खुदाना जात थी वाकिफ थई बै थो मेहर बातू तू छे माँ लिख हकीकत नो तू आशिक भी ने आरिफ भी तू छे दरी याए वहदत मारिफत नो हो ही तूफातू हमोर है रब ने सालिक बख्शे ज्ञान ईजदनु के तू पर मात्मा ज्ञानी छने मुख तारेर फातू खुदाना प्रेम नो प्यालो पिलावी मस्त हमने कर छे तुझ पर जान सदके साखिया पी दे पे मातू हमारी नाव भर दरिए तरावे तो हमें तरिए हमारा ना खुदाए मेहर बाबा छनिगे बातू हमारा ना खुदाए मेहर बाबा छनिगे बातू बुझावे नार जहलतनी कर खुद रत्ने फरमा तू छलागी आश भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूरे मातू अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
हुआ लहर से ही है जिसकी सृष्टि का निर्माण उसकी दैवी अनंतता का कैसे हो अनुमान। आदि सचेतन शांति निकेतन आदि सचेतन शांति निकेतन नमो ब्रह्मा आओ मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनावो मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनाओ। प्रेम दीप में ही ये जलाऊ प्रेम दीप में ही ये जलाऊ निबिड़ अंधेरा मिटता पाऊ निबिड़ अंधेरा मिटता पाऊ अपना सब कुछ तुम्हें चढ़ाऊ अपना सब कुछ तुम्हें चढ़ाऊ तुम मुझको सरसाओ मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनावो मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनाओ प्रेम दीप में ही ये जलाऊ प्रेम दीप में ही ये जलाऊ निबिड़ अंधेरा मिटता पाऊ निबिड़ अंधेरा मिटता पाऊ अपना सब कुछ तुम्हें चढ़ाऊ अपना सब कुछ तुम्हें चढ़ाऊ तुम मुझको सरसाओ मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनाओ मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनाओ बने आरती जीवन मेरा बने आरती जीवन मेरा आदि अंत का लय हो घेरा आदि अंत का लय हो घेरा खुले नयन और दिखे सवेरा खुले नयन और दिखे सवेरा तुम मुझ में छा जाओ मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनावो मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनाओ आदि सचेतन शांति निकेतन आदि सचेतन शांति निकेतन नमो ब्रह्मा आओ मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनाओ मेहर प्रभु आरती अपनाओ अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय प्रियतम अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय
Thank you, Baba. So, as we come to the end of the session, may we carry Baba along with us. Thank you. Good evening. And we shall meet next Thursday. Thank you. Thank you, Mazreen.
Mazreen, are you around?
Yes.
I just wondered if you'd like to come to Mehrabad. There is a trip organized from Bombay Center.
हाँ जी.
Tamuna Abu hai to you're more than welcome to join us.
When is it?
The one is on Wednesday to Sunday.
Okay. In the coming week.
Yes, in the coming week.
Acha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
There are
I'll
two.
find out. I'll find out. I'm sure I must have be having this message.
Yes, yes, yes. One is a 3-day trip, 1st November, 2nd November, and return 3rd. And one is a 5-day trip, 30th we go, and 3rd we return back. So Wednesday to Sunday, and the other one is Friday to Sunday.
Okay, okay.
We'd be happy to have you over. Honestly.
हाँ जी.
Okay, Aujo.
Aujo, maliye.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
तो 2 लाख कमा सकता है